Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I'm Captain Nips, and today I was thinking a bit. I was thinking about the beta, the BattleTech backer beta, and played a lot of matches, and I've tinkered with a lot of things. And one of the things I think I have kind of stumbled into out of habit is certain selections of mechs to play with, either because it's for an Euler program video and there are certain more popular mechs, or there are some mechs that I've just not really have a strong fondness for. And so today I want to play with at least one mech that I don't normally take out of the stable, that I don't normally pick from the list. And today's mech is the Trebuchet. I actually love the Trebuchet a lot. The Trebuchet was one of the first mechs that I played with in Wherein Online, and though it is not great, it gets a lot of work done. So the Trebuchet, medium laser, medium laser, medium laser, and 2 LRM-15s. So it is clearly kind of a fire support mech. It's a little bit fragile for its size. Durability, as you can see here, is kind of low. If I recall correctly, most of the stock Trebuchet builds are not fully armored. And it's in a weird spot, because to take a Trebuchet means you're bringing 2 LRM-15s, which for a mech this size is basically there's all its weight. Like, all of its weight is in these LRMs. It's not very fast for a medium mech. The 3 medium laser backup is fine. It will help protect the mech, but it's certainly not going to be brawling its way to victory or anything. So it really wants to be, and was designed for, canonically, to be in a lance that is set up for its capabilities. Ideally, you bring a Trebuchet, maybe 2, to a lance, and the rest of the team is providing spotting or, frontline brawlers that can provide incidental spots. So today I'm going to play with some Trebuchets, and I don't want to do the kind of just all-out, like, Trebuchet with a spotter lance that I've gone down that road before, and it's fine, but I want to try some other things. So let's see what I can do at 20 million. What can I do for 20 million? So I definitely got to drop this Kentaro, because Kentaro's a little bit too pricey for us. So I could go Centurion, Hunchback, Treb, Trenchbuckets for those of us that love them. What other options do I have? I could go lighter, I could go heavier. I think I basically end up in a medium lance is where it falls out. So let's grab a Centurion. Which Hunchback do we have here? We have the 4G, which is the AC-20 round. Cool. So what I'll do with this lance is I'm going to move my Hunchbacks and Centurions forward, and the Trebuchets will be not too far behind, but definitely behind the Hunchback and Centurion, because we're going to be dropping an LRM 60 on things hot and heavy. And as for pilots, I think what we'll do is we'll leave Zumo there, and another thing I want to try is that I've kind of avoided using some of the skills really in a focused way, because they seem so incidental or situational. So Precision Strike is one of those skills that it's very situational, that your target has to be in cover or guarded, and you also have to have a single gun that is worth firing to the exclusion of firing the rest of the weapons on the mech. So Centurion with an AC-10, that's a decent choice. AC-20, absolutely a decent choice for Precision Strike. Pilots for the Trebuchets, really what we want. This is actually not bad. A pair of pilots with Bulwark, because then we can just kind of sit up in the back, and if something takes a shot at my slightly more fragile Trebuchets, they will get some damage mitigation. So I think this is a good lance. I'll roll with this. On the other side, just to test myself here. I want to try and pick something that's not just gonna sit back. That's maybe gonna rush my line. Let's see, medium cavalry. What do we got? Griffin. This is a good. I like this. This is just scary enough to me, because if the Hawk, the Scent, and the Vindicator start to move up on my position real hard, I think Griffin 2, I guess the 1S is... Griffin 1S is the large laser variant. So this is a well-rounded lance that could very easily get into brawling range, and then my trebuchets become very, very dead weight. So we'll give this a try. And then as for map, I've been playing a lot of Alpine River and River Crossing lately. Death Valley's gotten its due quite a bit lately as well. Big Lock. I think I haven't been on the stacks in a bit, so let's go to the stacks. And I'm actually going to try and pull off to one side of the map that I haven't really focused on playing in. So,
commencing deployment. Mech warriors, prepare for combat.
Kind of an easy breezy game to play today. Not a lot of focus on theme or poking at systems. I just want to try and get these trebuchets out on the field, because I don't feel like I've given them their fair shake and given them a good run. There's probably some other mechs in the list at this point that I also have been overlooking a lot, which...
Command interface initiated.
We'll absolutely take a look. Alright, so I mentioned playing in different sections of the map. So I think I want to try... I really am going to try and make a push for this corner of the map over here. Up the river, down behind these outcroppings. There's some forest behind. There's the cliff wall on the right-hand side. I would love to actually see, and maybe I'll do a video in the future where I actually try and scout these enemy spawn points, because I never get to see that terrain. Like, it's just so far away, and the engagements usually happen between, halfway between my spawn and their spawn, just for, you know, sake of the way things move. I would love to actually go take a look at the terrain over there sometime. So one of the things that'll be interesting come game launch time, campaign game time, is, let's assume for the moment that we don't really get right out of the gates the availability of a mech lab. There's like, in terms of campaign game, like, we just don't have the salvage or the resources or the money to start tweaking the builds of our mechs, and we'll be left with having to use stock builds where we have to. So it'd be interesting to me to see where it falls out in terms of efficacy. If it's better to start out by taking some kind of generalist build mechs like this Centurion with its AC-10, LRM-10 for long range, medium lasers backup, or if you'll build your mercenary team, your mercenary unit out with more specialized builds like Trebs and Spotters, or things along those lines. Flexibility, as always, when it comes to BattleTech engagements is key. Wow, and we are just right into this, aren't we? That Griffin must have been hustling. Of course it was using the road. Sure. I can believe that. Alright, so medium on medium match means everything goes in phase 3. So I think where we start, I think we'll start with the Centurion. We kind of I kind of want to just turn enough to give up my left side and get that guy in. Problem. So here's a problem with Precision Strike. When attacking with a single weapon, ignore cover and guarded. Evasion is neither of those things. And evasion, as we have learned time and time and time and time again, is just a giant crowbar to the kneecaps of using certain weapon systems. I've got 16 rounds of autocannon 10 ammo, 65% chance to hit. I almost don't want to fire this, but I think that's enough ammo based on these engagements. If you get lucky, there, I got lucky. That's a good solid hit. But man, if nothing feels worse than flinging some precious autocannon ammo downfield at an evading target and just having it dodge. Interesting. Apparently this Griffin decided that it moved too fast, too far. So let's have Sumo get a decent line of sight on that guy. Take some looks. Would love to get the AC-20 into a good range. Actually, I think what we'll do is go here, get a line.
No problem.
I'm actually going to not fire the AC-20 because ammunition is actually short on this mech. Take a shot. And now we have proper spotting to a Griffin that is going to get
I wonder who this is.
all the missiles raining down on him. Oh, hello. Oh, headshot. That's not great. That is... Jeez Louise. Sumo. 45 plus 5. Took a 50 point... So he took an autocannon 5 round to the head right out of the gate. Oy. Oof. Woof. That is rough. Alright.
What now?
But now... we have the wonders of long-range fire. So what do we got? 75s? We can deal with 75s.
Copy.
75s is good.
Okay.
Nice direct fire. Splash that damage. Spraying it all over the place. Some indirect fire of the enemy teams. Goes both ways around here.
Skipper,
Ozone. Likewise.
I got you.
Lining up a direct fire shot with our LRMs. Spraying missiles everywhere. Unsteadying the Griffin. So far so good. We like this. As it's been proved time and time again, you know, it's hard to go wrong in this game with just massed swarms of missiles because you're going to get all sorts of things to happen. You're going to get unsteadying shots. You're going to get knockdowns. You're going to get random head hits. You know, lots of good things. I think we'll take Sumo and try and position him into a slightly more defensible spot. The worst part about taking an early head hit is that now any
On my way.
incidental just spraying damage, missile sprays, laser sprays that he takes are just entirely likely to kill him. We're talking like small laser shot kills him, which is not great.
I'm gonna make some.
Opening up the side torso of the Griffin. In fact, it may behoove me, because of the threat of a loss to head cap,
Now.
to move Sumo off of my back line. We got 65s, 80s.
Moving out.
3 fire penalties. So much fun. Alright.
Firing all weapons.
Shot to the leg. This is probably going to knock him down. Oh, or not.
Oh, nice hit, moron.
All right. Would love to get to a spot where I can fire the lasers and the LRMs. And also have them not be garbage to hit percentages. That's not great, but it's fine. 65-45. I'm willing to take the lower numbers to hit just because I'm getting to fire all my guns. More chances at hitting. Look at those missiles go. We are dinging the hell out of the armor of this Griffin. It's not going to have a panel open by the time it's dead. Alright. Got ourselves a knockdown, which is good. We like that. And there's Sumo's incidental head hit. He's now at 7. Oof.
Ready to rock.
That is rough. That's rough. Man, also rough not having a good place to stand to fire our guns at this guy. That's not bad. 75-50s
I'm rolling.
against a downed target. We'll just go center mass on this guy.
Engaging target.
Missing with lasers, of course. But missile swarms. Missile swarms. Look at that beautiful armor damage.
Get something good.
Already through into all the torso segments. Meanwhile,
Friendly down. Friendly down.
I think I've suffered more head mech destruction this week in videos than the entirety of my time with the beta otherwise. Unbelievable. Sorry, Sumo.
Standing by.
We'll get you into the back to tank as soon as we can. We'll pull out another clone. For now, we need to work some of these a-holes. Let's see, can we just kill this Griffin? Let's skip the LRM for heat purposes. For thinking forward. This guy's toast. How did I not kill that Griffin?
Critical hit.
How did that Griffin not die? 16 health left in the center torso. Cover is the only thing keeping this Griffin alive. Oh, you think jumping away is going to save you. I'm going to launch so many missiles at you, you SOB.
Light damage. Holding firm. Right here.
55s. If we go to ozone instead.
Yes, Commander.
$65s. I'm willing to take that. There we go. Standing on the mountain, falling down, becoming one with the earth. Alright, even that up. Though I should be ahead. Ooh, sprinting behind.
Standing by.
Interesting. So here's the question. If I move... I'm assuming that Apex has lost line of sight to the Shadowhawk because it's behind her, but Buckshot has line of sight from there. I actually want to get shots on the rear of this guy. I'm sorry, not Buckshot. Actually, I can get rear shots from here. Huh, alright. Can I take a step back at all? Is there any stepping back to be had? No, not really. Yeah, well, alright. Screw it. We'll just fire from here. Missiles being at 35% to hit is kind of unfortunate. But 85s to hit with lasers, I don't like that. Has a lot of dodges. Not super surprised. Let's see, I believe that was the Vindicator. Where are their mechs, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? So, there's their Shadowhawk. I killed the Griffin up here on the hill. Both of their mechs are down the road. Flinging missiles.
Taking
Alright.
minimal damage.
I guess it works. It goes both ways. It goes both ways.
Yes,
But
Commander.
we need to get Apex out of this precarious position. And it probably wouldn't hurt to just bleed some heat. So if I get to here, sprint to here, turn around,
On my way. Double time.
force the Shadowhawk to engage from a different position. I get evasion, I get cover. Shadowhawk moves for a different position. Get some dodges. We like dodges. All the dodges. Man, beautiful dodges. Alright.
Right here.
Actually do want to move to get better hit percentages with our missiles. There we go.
If you say so.
Because LRM 15, 4x15 is 60, so we're doing 120 if all of the missiles across both racks hit, which is well in excess of the 75 of the medium lasers. So we definitely want to keep our LRMs in the best firing position that we can get. Get some unsteady.
The heat.
Oop. Some more dodges, some more incidental missile fire.
Yep.
Okay, what do we got? Also. There we go. We like that.
Location confirmed.
Missing with the lasers. One of them got through. And we catch a knockdown. Might be able to leverage that. We'll see. Hey, there's a Vindicator. Alright.
Standing by.
Apex. It's going to need to move. Ooh, we like 90%. 90% is good times because Apex has decent tactics. We'll throw the LRMs on this because why not? And we'll just aim center of mass.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Open up the right side, which is not as valuable. Whew.
Armor holding.
Alright, so
Yes, Commander.
numbers are still good, no reason to move. Heat scale is fine. Heat scale is not fine. Nope. No, heat scale is definitely not fine from here.
Roger that.
Remember, kids, you have to actually click on your target to confirm what your heat scale is going to be. There we go. Pour on the missiles. We get him unsteadied.
I'm melting in here.
Some more garbage from above. No big deal. Oh, yes, I must have moved last turn. I did move last turn. 65-45. Oh, there's an obstruction in the way. That's unfortunate. But not the worst. Heat scale is mostly fine, so we'll just keep spraying shots.
All weapons. Go.
Trebuchet's getting the work done. Getting our knockdowns. As expected, though, LRM 30 from each Trebuchet is kind of spreading the damage around. We're sandpapering mechs to death instead of just coring them out. But that's okay. We're getting some special effects on top of that.
Right here.
And we're giving Apex the opportunity to shoot the hell out of guys that are falling down. Speaking of, do we want to use inspiration on this shot? 75's alright. 90s. Overheat warning. Let's drop the alarms off. Shadowhawk. Right torso is not very valuable. Left torso's got 21 armor left. Center torso's got a ton. Let's just keep working the center. Keep working the middle. Body shot, body shot. There we go. Nice solid body shot. Bring it down to 11 armor. Shadowhawk will stand up because, of course. Oof, God. Apex getting just center of mass. It's rough. Alright, so what do we got here? 90s to hit with LRMs. That is real good. I'm running real hot for being in the water. That is a little bit of a surprise to me here. I would have thought that we'd have a little bit better control standing still in the river the whole time here. Woo! That was a left arm that just went flying into low orbit. I think I may have to position Apex to give up her left side, get that shield arm moving there. But for now, let's keep flinging things at these guys. This is a good opportunity to use inspiration. 75s with the LRMs could be better. Overheat. Alright, so drop off a laser. That seems good. Get it done, Ozone. There we go. So, side effect of bringing this sort of lance where you're bathing your enemies in missiles is because you're spreading your damage so much, you are destroying a lot of components, which means salvage is less. There's less opportunity for it, which is unfortunate.
Internal structure damage.
All right, Apex.
Standing by.
You're already facing with your left side over there, so that's actually not the worst. Although, is it? Is it the left side? It must. That's got to be her left side, but still, we'll make a small move.
Moving to position.
Turn the left side. Heat's fine. Keep the LRMs off for now. I think I missed with that autocannon, which is real unfortunate. More incidental garbage. 18 left in the center torso. So the problem that's going to become a very, very present and dangerous thing is if they kill my Centurion, the enemy team is going to move up on my Trebuchets, and that's the last thing we want.
Yes, Commander.
Ugh, these numbers suck because of obstructions. So, gonna have to take the opportunity to move a little bit here. There's actually one little spot of forest on this rock up here. So I think we'll take that. If we can't get bulwark, we can at least use the cover available to us. These numbers are still not great. Also now we're, since we're out of the water, we are very much in a hot situation. So that's a thing that you'll have to keep track of if you're using Trebuchets, is
My heat gauge is getting pretty high.
heat and position to bleed off heat. So what's this Vindicator doing? That's interesting. Oh, precision shot. Nice, precise shot. Cute. Alright.
Right here.
Probably gonna need to back up to get this guy. Yeah, there we go. So let's back up to there.
Roger that.
What do we got for heat to work with? Basically no overhead. Well, LRM 30 in a medium is perfectly fine to start with. especially when your target is way out in the open like that. Man,
The heat's affecting my performance.
pouring the damage in. Vindicator will get right back up. Question is, what does it do?
Standing by.
Heat is becoming difficult to work around here, so let's take a turn to skip the heat and punch this Vindicator in the spine.
Move order confirmed.
Also, that gets my left side turned to the other mech in the distance. Nice shot to the leg. Left side, which is what we want. There we go. Taking it on the left.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Use that shield arm. Alright. Ozone needs to cool off. He also needs to get in a position that doesn't suck for firing these missiles. There we go.
You got it.
Let's see what we got. Heat-wise, guess we're only getting one extra medium laser. But that's fine, we have missile swarms. Nice, catching a knockdown.
Yes, Commander.
Can we get to a spot that doesn't suck? Well, we're getting indirect fire or obstructed shots. I guess we take the obstructed shots. 70s is better than 60s. As these Trebs continue to work the target. I don't remember. So the Vindicator has definitely the PPC on the right arm. I don't remember the rest of its weapons are mounted though. Honestly though, now that I'm looking at it, maybe we just go for a leg. Maybe we just leg shot this guy. Got headroom for a laser, but not enough for two. Let's try that.
Locking in target.
It's an unusual thing, but sometimes, you know, when an opportunity presents itself, you try to shoot for a leg and you just kind of don't hit it. Eh, take what you can get, right?
The heat.
Vindicator's gonna get up. If it was smart, it just... Actually, what would be the smart move here? I was gonna say that's the smart move to kill my Centurion, but that's gonna leave its back completely wide open to my two Trebuchets. Sorry, Apex. Oh, we're not doomed. Buckshot. Oh. So here's the thing. Ran out of ammo. That's really, really unfortunate timing. So, I guess Buckshot gets to be a brawler now. Although, man,
Moving to position.
90% with medium lasers is not a bad way to start. Sadly, it's actually got more armor than on the back than the front at this point. Well, use what you got.
Roger that.
Yep, carve down some panels there. Here comes some incidental fire from... Wasn't a Griffin. Wasn't a Vindicator.
That all you got?
Honestly, don't remember what that last mech is. Okay, so... so here's an interesting thing. Ozone says, I have 15 ammo. Does that mean that both of these guns will actually fire their full bursts? If so, that seems like a bug. No, we don't want that. Actually, do we just want to stand here? Apparently we just want to stand here. Heat scale wise, yep, just down to that LRM. Alright, so
I'm on him.
fire away. Got the left side.
My long-range missiles are out.
And now it's down to its right side. This is actually not a bad position to be in because this Vindicator is so beat up at this point. As I was saying, this Vindicator is in such beat up shape at this point
Right here.
that even though it is even 2 mechs on 2 mechs, I'm not going to kill it with this shot. If I get lucky, 2 of these lasers hit the side torso, blow out its right side, leaving it with basically no weapons.
Targeting rear armor.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my trebs are out of
Indicator shows minimal damage.
missile ammo.
Yep.
Apparently my pilots are damn sharpshooters with their medium lasers. So it's time to get in there and get a little messy.
I'm on him.
Man, didn't take off the leg. Right side on my trebuchet. I gotta kill this Vindicator quick. The trick is hoping that my
Standing by.
armor holds up long enough. There.
Copy that.
Is he gonna make nice? Getting better at trying to get the game to respect my melee position choices. You have to be very precise. Single click to the point that you want to move to. Single click on the engage button seems to be pretty consistent on making that work. If you flail around and click anywhere else, or if you misclick or anything,
Yes, Commander.
and we reset. This guy is so far back where we reset combat initiative. Nice. Let's see. We're probably not going to get any cover from this guy. Maybe here. Let's try. We need to move up on him anyway.
Accelerating 2 locations.
Do I have line of sight? No. Which means he's going to have to move in to get line of sight. He can do that and still make an attack. It's short enough move. Hey, Centurion! That's what the last mech was. Oh boy, it's gonna be...
Damage looks light, Commander.
Alright, 2 Trebuchets versus a Centurion. Kinda don't like these odds.
Alright.
I'd almost take the Centurion in this fight. 2-on-1 is rough, though. Yep, alright, cool. And he's still indirect firing those LRMs instead of moving into good weapon range.
here.
Good shooty weapon range. Let's
Orders.
start with ozone. Is there a better place for me to be? It's got an obstructed line of fire, but it's got cover.
I'm there.
I'm going to try and use as much cover as I can to mitigate some of the trebuchets' lack of armor here. 85s is good.
Firing.
I can deal with 85s to hit. Well, he's got cover too, which is... this is going to make this tough.
Standing
Crap.
by.
I was really hoping to be able to move. No, there's cover down here. Use the cover down here then.
I'm there.
Turn the corner. Now we got this guy on 2 sides.
Engaging.
Oh man. So if the AI comes out of whatever tree cover he's standing in there, just like that, now my other guy can get in behind. Because I think we're gonna have to work this Centurion from behind
Colonel, structure damage.
to get it to go down.
Yes, Commander.
So, can't actually get a line of fire on it from up here. Well, how do you do? All right, sprint to here. That's actually not great. Sprint to here, sure.
Reporting. Enemy contact.
Okay.
Right here.
So, 75 damage with medium lasers, or 65 with melee, 75% chance to hit, 85. So, alright. Trebuchets, not the punchiest with this particular pilot. So, we actually probably have enough movement to get into the rear arc, and I'm not going to get both salvos off, or both mechs worth of salvos off. Can we get to here? No. Right here. Good enough.
On my way.
It's about as good as we're going to get, so get in, get behind. It's got 30 and 35 on the back.
Copy.
So probably open up a panel. There we go. Center torso. We like that. Now the Centurion's going to turn around and move. Oof. Ooh, that hurts.
Internal structure disintegrating.
Alright.
Yep.
Ozone. Can you... Alright, you can certainly get behind it. That's not a problem. 100% melee. 90% with the guns. 90% it is.
Another blip on my screen. 10-4.
There we go. Work that center. Ooh. Ooh.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Almost got him. Almost got him.
Standing by.
Buckshot. This would be a perfect time to sneak one in on him. We only got... we only have one laser left to work with. Let's see... What do we get for options for a melee attack? Looks like in front or on the left, neither of those are particularly good spots. So, we're going to take this move, and we're going to take our one laser shot. And hope 90% to hit. Hope that we tag the center torso.
Target lock. An enemy's rear.
And we got a side torso instead. Who's getting punched? Alright. Buckshot taking those hits.
My mech going over.
Going down. That's alright. This is going to give Ozone an opportunity to flank again.
Yes, Commander.
Get behind. And finish the job, because at this point... I just need one of the lasers to connect to the center torso.
Firing.
There we go.
Complete.
Good guys are victorious. Trebuchets finishing the job for Team Good Guy in the wake of a yet another unfortunate headshot incident. Sorry, Sumo. Phew, boy. 19 rounds, 36 minutes. Decent length match as we maneuvered for position and had to use the whole buffalo over here. All of our ammo spent on our LRM-15s, but came through. The other guys taken apart bit by bit, point by point, and armor and structure by armor and structure in our way. Pretty good. I like it. So, what have we learned here today? Trebuchets. What have we learned about the Trebuchet? It maybe has a slight lack of ammunition. Not a lot, but just enough where it'd be like, if I could drop... I don't know, if I could drop a medium laser for maybe another ton of ammo. How many actual bins does it have? It's 2 bins of ammo. So maybe like one more bin of ammo. Is it only... No, it was 3 lasers. Maybe if you drop the... Drop 1 medium laser for... another ammo bin, and then drop the other 2 medium lasers for 4 smalls. So then when you eventually get to that brawling situation, you're just in it. You're just in it with the lasers and the fists. Held up pretty good damage-wise in terms of its durability and armor. Buckshot definitely was taking some hits there. 2 melee hits, an autocannon round to the side torso, managed to survive it, so came out okay. Some incidental missile fire from earlier in the match, which is like, whatever. So yeah, trebuchets, they're alright. I could see using these. Like, for the right price, and for the right circumstances, I could see picking up a trebuchet or two for the campaign game, you know, roll them out there. Especially to use them as counter battery fire. I've been picturing in my mind what the campaign might look like, and like early on in the campaign, I would not be surprised if the scenarios you're put in where the enemy leverages a lot of tanks and a lot of vehicles. Like one of the scariest things I can think of to face against an enemy that's cheap to field would just be a spotter mech or two and a small handful of just LRM carriers, because those things are gross. So having something that could counter battery fire to those LRM carriers, and they're fragile, so they can't take the hits that a mech can, would be nice. So things to think about as we continue to play the beta, waiting for the campaign to come along. Still cannot wait. Until then, we'll continue tinkering. I am, as always, Captain Nips, looking for every angle. It's been a pleasure today, my friends, and I will see all of you in the next video.